and they still texting me, bro, we miss you, bro. But for the management, it's another story.
Now that I go back, I was so privileged. I could have been such a happy kid, I was creating content with no purpose.
Right.
I was just creating content because I enjoyed creating.
I don't know, I cannot say anything, but why they did me like that, I still cannot understand.
Wait, if you have 100,000 views rolling on your profile and the manager has zero social media presence,
It affects them.
You think he might be jealous to that?
It's called employee mentality. What's up, guys?
all good. Zohaib, how's it going?
Not too bad. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Bay. How are you doing?
Thank you, all good.
Too hot outside?
Too much hot outside.
Awesome, man. Basically, we're just doing this to understand the story of Fahad. I've known him for about 2.5+ years now already, shooting content for me since that time. And Bay, of course, very recently come up very well in the Dubai market as one of the top producing influencers, coming up with the most craziest, the most wild ideas. I wanted to share their story. Both have a unique story. I wanted to put it out there. And we're just going to dive into a conversation with them, yeah.
It has been a long journey, I would say, especially with Realtor on a Harley from the beginning. I was actually in a meeting yesterday with some real estate, Zohaib, he's not camera shy or anything, because a lot of people have this thing, and I'm sure Bay can relate with this as well. Some people you create content with,
They freeze.
They're not able to act, or they're not able to be themselves on front.
That is me, right?
I'm like, if you met Zohaib in 2021 April, he looked like he would punch you in the face if you even tried making conversation with him.
I wasn't that bad.
Bro, like, you were a rock.
I know.
A rock that needs some water on it, and eventually
You broke the box, brother.
Which box?
The box that people used to feel comfortable inside of the box. But you broke the box and come out. You know that? After you, it's affecting to a lot of real realtors in the market.
You basically you walked so people could run. That's the saying, right? I don't know if I said it right.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you walked the path of social media for real estate brokers. The walk of guilt, walk of shame.
The walk of shame.
Yeah.
But I think I want to give credit here. I've always had a good team supporting yourselves. I've had Asad over there who's not in the clip right now. But
yeah. No, I'm of course, nothing is a one-man show. Like, of course, there's effort being driven from one person for their purpose, but you need to find people who are like-minded, driven in that way as well. I was like, there were shoots where, I don't know if I can say this on record, Zohaib would literally have to get drunk before we could film, because Zohaib has to forget that he's actually shooting so that he can shoot properly. But even for us, like, as an agency, we barely had any real estate content creation knowledge in general. It was like we were discovering how to create real estate content at that point as well. And whatever worked with you was sort of like a blueprint that we were building. And the whole market was building it, I feel, in the TikTok space, that, okay, whatever is being done over here can be recreated and copied and repurposed. So, yeah, I mean, it's been what? 2.5 years?
A little over 2.5 years, yeah.
Over 600 videos?
A video a day.
A video a day. So,
600 videos in 2.5 years?
Yeah, so because I was looking, we recently launched our website, so you can see the total number of videos.
Okay.
Followers, likes.
Okay.
So I was looking at your profile, it's like, it's almost, we can pull it up, 600 videos, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that we've created.
Yeah, I mean, each year is 365,
Yeah.
let's say minus 50 from that as the holidays.
You've been posting from your side as well. You've been sometimes double posting content. But in general, like, now that I know we're talking about the story, but in general, like, a bit educational bit, content in general, if you're posting it, is like a library that you're building for yourself. So the more you post, even if it doesn't get traction, and everyone says this, keep posting. But I think the real science behind it is you're actually, like, it's like in SEO for websites, you have to build that keyword, that you have to rank that keyword high up so that you pop up as the first, whatever you're trying to rank yourselves as. Same thing goes in video. The more video content you have on your name, when people look you up, you have a higher chance to pop up in that name. So right now, if you write Realtor on a Harley on Google or on TikTok, nobody else can dominate that name. Because you have 600 pieces of content supporting your name in that sense. Yesterday I checked my own username, it has 500 million views on that hashtag. And people don't realize the importance of building your own brand in that sense. That's why we've used your name as a hashtag since day one.
I've seen that, yeah.
Every single piece of content.
I've seen that.
And Bay could relate, it's 705 videos. The boys are just showing
Holy
it.
shit.
It's 705 videos. So,
God damn.
yeah, I mean, and through Zohaib opened the entire real estate market for us, I would say. Zohaib himself has referred us to numerous amounts of clients, and big shout out to Zohaib for that. Keeps the food on the table for us.
I've kept you guys as brothers, man. You know that, not because of it being business, but I know that, you know what, if this can help them, why the fuck
not? Gone
not?
as far as even going like Fahad, we'll do a percentage cut on the property, and has also gifted us stuff like that in the past. I've told him, bro, don't do this. This is your business. Don't mix the two things. But Zohaib has been a huge push. Like if K9, the agency, was supposed to have like a hall of fame, Zohaib needs to have his own picture like on the wall, like black and white.
I'll be waiting for that. Yeah.
With a quote that says, just buy a house if you can't buy a house.
But you know the drunk part, the alcohol part, it's been the same with this guy too.
Yeah.
There'll be times I'd go to his house to shoot and I can't speak. I'd be like, listen, I'm coming with 6 beers. He's like, I'm not going to have some. It's okay. I will have. Don't worry about it.
No, but it's the fact that you are finding a way to make it happen.
To make shit work, yeah.
You are motivated. You're highly driven to create that content. And so if it takes for you to get drunk to do it, so be it.
So be it.
Other people just give up.
True.
You know? And I mean, Babe might be able to relate to this as well. Like, sometimes you have to do a piece of content. You just have to do a piece of content.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's on my end, on my story with Zohaib.
But this is not about my story, man. It's more, but thank you for all the glitter and glam. I appreciate that. But this is not about my story at all. I think the world already knows what I've said, what my story is. I know where you come from, and I know where Bay comes from. I know I've sat both of you down and had our little heart-to-heart connects. With Bay as well, even though I've known him for a very short period of time. And I think when we agreed to work together, it was based on that mutual connection of our ethics, of how we want to do business, how we want to be collaborated together in how we want to work. His mindset, my mindset, connected. He's like, I don't want to promote this kind of stuff. I'm like, yes, I am on the same page. What we do, we work with ethics, we work straight, and we work good shit. We don't work nonsense.
Yeah.
That is when he agreed to even work with me. So I know where you guys come from, and I just wanted to showcase that a little bit, and that's the only reason I've had you guys here.
Babe,
even though I know you're so busy.
Babe, take the floor on your history.
Babe, tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
And then I will jump in.
But tell us openly, yeah? We just want to hear a proper, your story.
Bit, but I think we need...
You need alcohol?
We need extra battery to record all my things.
No, but please go for it, man.
So
go all out.
I'll just say my...
I want you to be a little closer to the mic, Habibi.
My journey in Dubai from 2018 and past 5 years, it was like really hard years. And I just started to do my thing in the beginning of this year, in January 2023.
Was it really hard because you keep getting all those fines, camera flashes on the road?
Oh my God. I'm still getting them. I don't know why. I'm still getting them. Every day driving different cars.
Every day with new cars.
I don't feel the speed. I don't feel the road and paparazzi on the road.
Bro, it's an expensive picture, but at the end of the day, it's for memories only.
In Dubai, not even in front of Burj Khalifa with these wings.
But yeah, please go on, man.
So it was really tough years, but I'm very grateful for these tough years that I had from 2018 to 2022. It gave me a lot, to understand me a lot. I experienced a lot of difficulties in general in my life, from mentally, financially, from my family, friendships, like a lot of things, I passed through 2018, 2005. And I talked to you already about this. I shared with you guys, but still I share with you just some part of it, not fully. There is a lot of things that happened really. And
the retail space business also.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, and I was working in sales in one of the big company.
You can name it. We can
I
bleep
can-
it.
no,
we
no,
can bleep it later on.
No, I want to keep it like this. I don't want to name it. I just want to make it more like
We know who it is, so
the
it doesn't
people,
matter.
Yeah, so I just want to say like it's one of the big name of the company in UAE, and they have really tough time there. And it's not about the brand; it's all about the management that I have it there, you know. And regardless to that, I had very good connection with my teamworks, with my colleagues, with my coworkers, with the customers even. In my 5 years in working in that field, I never had a complaint, non-verbally, none by email. Issue at
Clean
all.
record.
Yeah, clean record in my 5 years. No. I had only issue with the management. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know. I had 3 waves of the management. I'm not going to talk about nationalities. No, definitely not. Never. Because the team where I'm working, they're international company. And the content that I'm creating now, the accents, the mentality, the manners, it's all from these guys, which I'm appreciated. Yeah. So in the end, I
Everything
decided.
happens for a reason, yeah.
Of course. Yeah,
Like
thanks
that
God.
experiences led you to
Yeah.
create this content.
And it's good in a way
Exactly,
that
yeah.
you're taking those experiences in a positive manner.
Yeah, this is what I understood in the, like in general, what I understood. I cannot keep my all negativity, all my stress inside of me. I have to spread it in a right way, you know.
True.
And I just start to create some funny videos. Actually, we had this funny situation at work with my colleagues, you know, and they were saying, "Yo, you have to be actor. Yo, you have to put this one in a video, you know." And I'm just come up idea. Let me try. And I did some international stuff, how the people react to the hazard light on the road, you know, how they dress, and it really worked. It started to get a million views and more and more and more. Until now, I have the record of one of the video, 65.5 million views.
Wow.
And it was commercial. It was not just my funny videos that I'm creating like on a daily basis. It was commercial, which is like I'm very proud of it.
Mashallah.
Yeah, and I found it, and in this all, I understood that by creating this content, it's kind of sensitive, but I didn't get some comments like you're doing some sensitive stuff about nationality. Some people might be hurt the way you delivering the messages, you playing the funny, but I didn't get like a lot of messages about that. I always trying to cut the edges, to not hurt, and only deliver in a good vibe, you know, just to relate. Even if I'm mentioning one nationality, I'm always approaching to this idea, discussing with this nationality and how he feels about that. Not only like straight from my mind, because I have to understand that there is like cultural code you have to know. And most of these nationalities, my friends, they're approving, they're laughing. Whenever they're laughing, it means it's approved, done.
You have a good heart, man. You come with good intentions. That's what we like about what you do.
I studied, I lived in different countries, and I lived with them. I eat with them. I sleep with them. I work with them. I struggle with them. So I know what it is. There is nothing like different. Well, one nationality have different pain. One nationality have different feelings. We are all the same. We are all the same, you know. And this experience by living with them, hanging out with them, dealing with them, it's where I am right now, what I'm creating right now, actually. Yeah, and thanks God, alhamdulillah, where I am now, what I'm doing, I'm focusing more. I left that job, I left that place, but I still have my friends over there. I still
They probably
coming over there.
regret you leaving.
My colleagues, my team works like 50-50, you know. They regret, they are happy same time, and they are unhappy that they not with them anymore. They're not having the good fun, and they still texting me, bro, we miss you, bro, we miss you, and it like means me a lot for me. But for the management, it's another story. And I focused more since I started to invest to myself since January 2023. And one more time, thanks God, alhamdulillah, where I am now. I'm happy what I'm doing. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. And it's the short story.
And Bay, it takes courage to doing what you did, even though you have a family back home that is reliant on you completely. You living a full-time job and getting into this world where you have, it was a bold step, and I respect that. You know, it takes a lot of balls and courage to get out of your comfort zone, especially when you have people relying on you.
Of course.
And that is one thing that I really liked about you. And I was like, you know what? This guy has to be here. And salute you for that, man. Well done.
Appreciate. Thank you.
Half the time, people are just scared of the whole jump because of the pure responsibility you have. Like, people will not even make this decision because they're like, how are we going to pay the bills at the end of the month?
Yeah.
How are we going to do this?
What if we fail?
And actually, what I did, I just left that place like immediately. I just put my name tag on the table and just removed my jacket. I said, I can't do it anymore. Thank you so much. Bye. I gotta go. And they still had some issues. I had even threat from the management. I have a threat. It was really a threat.
Wow.
From his mouth, he told me you will have problems. I just turned my back. I just turned back to that manager, and there was one more manager, his assistant. And I'm very happy that there was that assistant manager, because he's the proof that
the
he
witness,
heard that
yeah.
he was between us. And he tried to make it all smooth, and I told him, listen, I know what I'm doing. I'm taking all responsibilities. I love you, because this assistant manager was a really good manager in that place where I have to work, not only for me in general and for all the employees over there. Yeah, and I told him straight to the turn back. I said, you cannot talk to me like that. Still, when I removed my name tag, I'm just leaving, quit. I just left. They called me many times. They called me, the HR, from the head office, they called me. They tried to make it smooth. I said, I'm not back to that place where I'm feeling abused.
Yeah, once it's toxic, it's toxic, man. The end.
And I had nothing. I didn't have any other job. I just decided on what was in my... Till that time, during that time, I was creating some content, but it was very rare. I was creating maybe in a good case 2 content in a month, because the work was really hard. I need peace of mind a little bit to create the content and make it really nice, And it was hardly 2 content in a month. And I understood that this content creation, gives me more value than where I am and what I'm doing there, spending 10 hours on the foot. And
exactly, I was about to say that.
I had a lot of issues with my feet, and thanks God I resolved them.
Just to add to that point,
yeah,
you take a doctor today who has 15 years of experience but 0 social media presence, and compare that doctor to someone who has 1 million followers as a doctor and he's fresh out of college. That doctor has a higher potential to make business for his clinic or for himself, 100%. And is probably more trusted by the market.
100%, yeah.
Because that's just where the world is going. So 100%,
yeah.
Is that guy called Dr. Fahad?
No. No, I'm not a doctor.
I was wondering where that was going, because this Dr. Fahad also has 1 million followers.
Man, there are so many dentists, there are so many doctors that I've seen on social media that are just simply talking about what any doctor would talk to you about and giving you that knowledge for free. Same thing for lawyers. In Dubai also, you see so many lawyers, and then of course real estate brokers, and every industry for that matter, it's possible to blow up in content like that.
And all it takes is just giving knowledge.
Yeah. With Bay also, he's touching a very solid pain point of the nationalities in the UAE, and he's also creating extremely relatable content which everyone in the UAE can relate to, which is why it blows up in the first place. So, and then there's supply and demand as well. How many other people are able to create content like that versus the quality of content you're creating? I haven't seen anyone really focus on the radar point as well or as recently as he has.
Yeah.
So purely he's taken lead on that. And yeah.
He had the radar point. He had the moment when you go over a speed bump.
Yeah. The halal haram videos.
You still have filtered your idea, how the way it will be delivered to the people,
It's not the United States of the America at the end.
Yeah, in the end of the day.
United States of
I
Arab
did some
Emirates.
videos and they really work well, I didn't get any hate, this non-halal section video, if you saw that one.
Yeah.
When the friend is pushing him
Yes.
into non-halal section. So this one is harmless video, really. There is nothing, it's funny.
Of course, it's
even
a funny
some
video.
Religious profiles on Instagram, they share it and they had overall maybe 50 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and back to this step that I took. I had nothing, I had choice. I just understood that I'm creating the video, and I think I need to focus more on it and really sacrifice myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really take that step. I turned back. Even I informed my manager. I told them, listen, guys, I'm not looking the career in this company, guys. I just want to make it smooth. Give me a little bit time. I'm leaving here. Just give me a little bit time. But they put me in that situation, stressing me, pressing me for no reason, because it was personal. I don't know why. Maybe in the place where I'm working, the people, the customers, the visitors coming and recognizing me, taking the picture in the middle of the workplace and taking picture with me. And I don't know, maybe they took it personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot say anything, but why they did me like that, I still cannot understand. I'm always straightful person, always straightful. I'm not keeping nothing in my heart, nothing. If something I'm not comfortable with, I'm straight.
You'll be surprised how many managers can get insecure really fast on stuff like this.
I had no idea about that. Never.
Yeah,
I didn't even
very
thought about that.
Bray, if you have 100,000 views rolling on your profile and the manager has zero social media presence,
It affects them.
You think he might be jealous to that?
100%, bro.
It's called small mind mentality.
No way. I never thought about
It's
that.
called employee mentality.
You are working.
But this is different segments. Like he's
Doesn't matter.
he's the manager in
Doesn't
one of the
matter.
company. I'm doing my part-time
It
job.
doesn't matter.
The
bro.
dynamics aren't like that.
And probably because of that, they stress me a lot.
Probably.
But that's
And,
good,
and
right?
it was not only one person. It was like teamwork against
People
me.
are coming and taking pictures with you. It bothers them. Who are you? They are the manager.
But they know who I am.
Yeah, but
and
who
they
are
know-
you to have random people come and take pictures
No, but
with you?
I want to cut off over there. In other brands, because I work very closely with different brands, some brands appreciate this.
Yeah.
Some brands promote this, and they're smart.
They are very smart.
Because if you have someone working in your store who has 1 million followers or 500,000, whatever views coming to them, people are coming taking, you are dragging in footfall.
Footfall, exactly.
It's actually one of the sales technique.
So even if somebody likes Bay and they come in and they want to buy something over there, or they don't want to buy something, at least he's managed to bring people in the store.
Exactly.
So it also again comes back on the type of mentality you have.
It is the mentality. It's everything. It's either your employee mindset or
Traditional mindset.
traditional mindset, that type of thing. Mindset is everything.
I found something new from you now, guys. And I never had this
Aren't you glad you're here?
thoughts. I never had these thoughts in my mind. I was just always like with the
No,
mature, like.
I think a lot of the things you just realize over time when you are put in that position yourself on the other role, because with time, life will put you through a lot of different hats. Like you will be a worker for some time, then you become a manager, then might be a boss someday, then maybe you become a husband or you have kids. You get to experience all of these things, and then you have different perspectives on the situation. Maybe when you manage someone and that someone goes famous, you might be able to relate or see, oh, okay, you know.
Whenever you're walking in the streets, you may have fans and you'll also have haters. Both of them will be present in the same place. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And it could be the same person.
Yeah.
And it could be different people, but you'd never know who it is. Who is what? Are they actually clicking a picture with you because they like you? Or
I'm not focusing even on that.
you're not focusing on that, but this is just what I'm
This is the
trying to go
reality.
back to the point that you
What's-
said.
what's happening
I
around
didn't
you,
know
actually.
about this, It's important.
Yeah.
But no, man, this is what I liked about the whole thing. But Fahad, I want to come back to you now.
Yeah. No, I have kind of a similar structure to my story as well, because if
But
you-
start us off from Abu Shagara
man, Abu Shagara is...
and the jinns.
So, I've been in Dubai since the day I was born, 1997, 1st September. Born and raised in Abu Shagara my entire life, which is a small area in Sharjah. Used to be the second-hand car market of the UAE, I think. The UAE's largest second-hand car market. The entire showrooms were in every single building over there. My own building had a car showroom. And growing up, life was pretty simple. Like, I come from a very normal family. My mom and dad are here. Siblings are here. But the extended families in Pakistan. And education never really sat with me from day one. Like, I was never interested in really going to school or university or all of that. But because that's what you're told, that's what you have to do, I had to follow the norms. Me and Zohaib actually went to the same school.
You went to Dubai Scholars, huh?
Dubai Scholars Private School. And that is concerning because I would have never realized that the same school I went to is the same place where he wore the same uniform that I wore when I was in grade
Were you
1.
wearing the red shorts?
The red shorts.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes. I have a picture of me in those.
And you met after?
Bro, he's like
I think I graduated a long
20
time
years?
before he even grew up. He was even bored, man.
look at how small
You
the world.
graduate, he just entered, right? He just joined it.
I don't think Zohaib even completed school from what he told me.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I got thrown out of a few schools and all that shit, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But I want to continue with this.
Fast forward to O levels, because that's the curriculum I was following. The financial situations wasn't the best at home. I realized early on that if I wanted something, I have to go get it myself. And the first time ever that I wanted something and I couldn't get it from my father was the BlackBerry. If you're familiar with the
Of course.
8520 curve or the bold 99 something.
30.
9300.
9930, I think.
I don't even remember.
Something.
And that was the thing back then. And if the only way I could speak to my friends through BBM was if I had a BlackBerry. Very smart technique. I don't know why they fell apart in the market, but I ended up working in a supermarket where I was distributing, they call them Ruafza samples. And my dad was working at that point with that company. So that's how I landed that internship. And 800 dirhams or 1,000 dirhams, I don't know what I made in that 1 month. Went to my dad. Dad got me the phone. That made me realize, holy shit, I can work and I can buy shit. Like it was like a game. And when you're like, I was 16, so it was probably an illegal job. When you realize that, and if you have a drive inside of you, I think you start exploring. So the second job right after that was Jitex, and I remember I had just finished my O levels. And Jitex, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's actually an exhibition which takes place in Trade Center every year. It didn't happen this right after COVID. I think it's happening this year. All the mobile brands, laptop brands get together and they pay you 4,000 dirhams for 8 days, between 4 to 6,000 dirhams. It's like a one-time promotion.
I know you have to go screaming around, promoting
You have to do
product,
a lot of
all that shit. Yeah.
It's Wolf of Wall Street, but the buy version with you have to sell phones. And it was a cycle. I realized part-time jobs, events, that's how I met my partner, Majdi. That's how I basically met everyone around me, because all of these other kids at that time was also trying to get jobs to make money themselves. Some of them had money, some of them just didn't care about the money bit, just wanted to network and just wanted to meet. And that's essentially how I would say the ground infrastructure of my network started building in the market. So one job, you work with a couple of friends, they know the manager over there, they get a job, they bring you back in. And the advantage we kids, Dubai kids had was we have visa, our father's sponsorship.
Correct.
So that's a huge issue if you're trying to do part-time jobs. Like if you don't have your own visa, you can't get that job because you'll get a NOC
later
from your father stating that it's allowed for you to do this job and you can go do it. I think things in my life started shaping more when I was in AUS and I realized I might not be able to continue my university because I lost the scholarship because in my first year I got 1.3 CGPA, which is below the accepted 2.0 GPA. And your scholarship is only possible to be like if it's above 2.5 or something.
Why didn't study?
I was depressed in general.
Were you really depressed?
Yeah, I had a very
Depressed with what?
depressing life.
Depressed with what?
Don't want to go down.
You have sponsorship visa.
Don't want
depressed.
to. Exactly. Now that I go back, I was so privileged. I could have been such a happy kid, but I don't know. And comedy was always inside me. I would always create jokes, lame jokes. And I also remember on Snapchat back then, I was creating snaps of just random stuff that I would see in Dubai, and I would put music behind it, try to create my own version of memes. And once that university cutoff was coming towards me, and I realized we were not going to go into the first year of AUS, because the first year was foundation, and then comes the year number one. I had applied for an internship in a tech company where he's an Iranian guy. This is my first introduction to Iranian people. And Iranian people have been a huge part of my life in general, in my career. And I didn't know how Iranian people are. You know, I was a virgin Dubai kid, like, who has yet to experience what certain nationalities can do to you. And Iranian are amazing businessmen. They will squeeze one fill also out of you if they have to, in one way or the other. And this guy was at that time selling this tech where, you know what Kafu does? They deliver fuel to your house and there's like tracking of the fuel. They were doing this for B2B companies, like diesel trading companies, construction companies. So you can put this software and this tech on your diesel tank and track wherever it's delivering to the customers. So I had to sell this software and this equipment. I was 19 years old, no purpose in life apart from knowing that I wanted to become a robotics engineer because that was my interest in life.
Robotics engineer.
Like Iron Man, like Tony Stark. This was my goal.
And now?
I have the beard.
I have the beard only from you.
So I started. I would go to Ras Al Khor every single day. They had given me a car. I had 1,000 dirham salary. Best time of my life.
Oh.
Mitsubishi Lancer. Amazing AC. Best AC I've ever sat in. Till date. I have not found a car with better AC than Mitsubishi Lancer.
I think that's with any Japanese car.
No. Mitsubishi Lancer will freeze you at one. Also extremely heavy steering.
I think he was fooling with something else. Not with
Bro, I
petrol.
don't know.
That time. Mixing with water.
I don't know. I would be in Ras Al Khor every single day knocking on these Pathans' doors who are running these diesel trading companies in their sheds. And it's June, July, August. So it was right after the university during the summer vacation. So it was burning hot. And I closed a couple of deals and I was on commission.
What was that like?
So this is where then came the first big breakthrough. There was a company called Wade Adams Contracting, a huge construction company,
one of the biggest
responsible for the Dubai Mall Bridge, responsible for a lot of huge road projects of the UAE. And I saw their boulder, like that thing with Wade Adams written on it. I was like, why are we not working with them? And the guy goes like, go close it. If you can close it, we will go to America.
Nice.
We didn't go to America, but I did open the doors for the company. So I went to their office in Business Bay. Their office was. I looked them up on Google Maps. What am I going to do? Whatever I know I'm going to do it. So I go to the office and they were like, you have an appointment. No, I'm here to meet with the procurement manager. Like I'm just talking my
Winging
way
it, yeah.
Winging it. I go there. Our beautiful friends from South India are sitting over there. Keralites.
Kerala.
Yes, brother?
Yes, brother.
What can I help you with? How are you going to explain the tech to this guy? he doesn't give a shit.
He don't give two shits.
So I'm like, bro.
But he's polite.
I'm like, yeah, they're really nice people.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, where can I find someone who is in charge for, because clearly you guys are not building roads from here. Where's the work happening? He's like, we have a camp in Jabal Ali. That's where you need to go. So I look it up. So there's another Wade Adams. I go there. I'm confronted with our Pakistani security guards.
Of course.
These people think they own the place.
For sure. They do.
Okay.
They do.
These people...
Building belongs to him,
Bro, he's bigger than the owner of the company.
100%.
Of course.
This is what I'm facing everywhere when I go to a point I just want to park my car.
But, yeah, habibi.
But there's a way. Bro, there's a way. I realized that I don't say it to myself, but people have told me this. I give this Arabic look. You can mistake me instead of a Pakistani as some part of the Arab world. So what I started doing was if I would go to the security guard, because I had met with so many already, I would speak in an Arabic accent and pretend like I'm a manager from another contractor. So that's what I did with them. I was like, yes, I have a meeting over here. I'm supposed to see this manager. And the guy just checked. It was hot. It's burning hot. Okay, go inside. I went inside. I parked my car. Next, our Kabayan Filipino receptionist.
Of course.
Started making small talk with him. Tried to just get inside somehow, you know. He sends me to another beautiful Indian friend of ours who's in charge for the diesel. I pitch it to him. He goes like, yeah, we tried something like this. It didn't work. Thank you. Send us an email. End of story. Thing ended. 30 days passed. I'm like, I want to give it another shot. I go through the whole chain again, right back over there. But instead of going to the Indian dude who was sitting on the diesel tanks, like he was supposed to be in charge of this, I asked him, because I realized now that the real decision makers are either the Arabs in the company or the white people.
True.
That's what I realized at that time in that industry. Okay, or maybe that's true.
Owners,
Yeah,
head owners. Yeah.
the head, the group managers, whatever. I'm like, who's your, what did I say? Who's your group plant manager? Who's your head of
Group
operation?
plant manager.
Something like that, I said. And he's like, so and so person. I'm like, is he available? I just want to have a word with him. I go there. It's a Greek person from Greece. Really nice people. He's like, I think you're looking for someone else. I'm going to send you to him. I go there. I sit. It's a bald guy, 50-year-old, probably has a gun in the drawer, the way he was sitting over there. And I start talking. This is my product. This is my service. The guy asked me the first question. Well, how old are you? I'm like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm like, I'm 20 years old. And he's like, you go to university? I'm like, yeah, I'm still completing my university. I want to be like Tony Stark. He's like, Tony Stark, I'm like, yeah, Tony Stark.
Did Tony Stark exist at that time?
Yeah, Iron Man's been around for a while time, man. Turns out they were looking for this service and product for the last 3 months.
Wow.
Because they have a huge operation. And they contract the diesel. They call the Indian guy in who I had met earlier and they go like, where was this guy this whole time? I'm like, I met him last time. Oh my God.
You killed it for him.
The guy was looking at me with tears rolling down his face.
He's like,
Just
bro.
ruined my life. That project was worth 600,000 dirhams for the company. I got 20,000 dirhams out of it. I'm still in contact with the company. We still have great relations.
Wow.
Not the client, like the company that I worked with. And that made me realize a lot of stuff. I went back to uni after that. I went back to RIT.
I thought you were going to say you were still in contact with the Indian guy.
Nah, I was for the longest time. I was the guy's.
He was your point of contact.
He
probably.
was kind of my point of contact, you could say. Yeah. Really good dude. We became really good friends after that. Really, really good. I kept my relation with everyone that I worked with until one of the guys who had hired as a mechanic from the Ras Al Khor area is still my friend. So I realized, bro, what the fuck are you doing in university when this is the real world? Like, you have a lot of shit that you can build and do if you know what you're doing. And it primarily came from sales, like that sales angle that I had in life. Fast forward, I end up back in uni for just because your parents keep pushing you.
University doesn't teach you all this shit that you
Nothing.
did on the road.
Nothing.
It
Not
doesn't.
even one bit.
It doesn't.
In fact, me doing this internship allowed me to navigate easier in my university with my professors because my professors were clients.
Yeah.
To deal with your professor, you need to know how to deal with the client.
True.
And you can be on their good books. And if you're on their good books, you're going to get ease of access. You know, they're going to be lenient with you. And
You're
that's
going
what
to get
it
a
was.
few marks here and there.
Yeah, marks, don't give the exam,
Don't
drop
show
out.
up.
No.
It's all good.
I got another opportunity in a media firm. I won't take their name. Maybe we can
We
leave
know.
this part out
We know.
completely. Let's not even say this.
We know.
The guy was like, the only way you can work in the company is if you drop out of college.
Ooh.
That was the thing that he said to me. And at that point, I was already fed up. Because I remember I got my last check of 8K from that commission. I gave all of it to the university.
Right.
My dad wasn't paying the fees. And that really hurt. Like, I could have bought a MacBook. I could have done this. I could have done that. And all of that went to this university degree, which anyways, I have to go and study in YouTube or I'm not understanding and I'm failing. So I was like, when the guy told me this, there was again no salary. I barely worked on a salary. Either it was part-time or commission. So he offered me 30% on gross profit. And this was the first time Fahad was introduced to the concept of gross profit. There's a difference between gross and net. He was like, the commission you made was 5% on the
Gross.
net or gross. Or, yeah.
On the gross.
He's like, I'm going to give you 30% on the gross. So if you close 600,000 here, I'm bad at math, help me out. Whatever is the 30% on that is yours. And I was like, wow, okay, sure, let's do it. I was already on Twitter. This is to kind of link the content side of it. I was on Twitter and I used to post a lot on Twitter. I had gone kind of viral once on Twitter, like something blew up, like it got 40,000 retweets.
Oh, wow.
It was like a video, again, that meme style videos I was doing. So I started working there. Fast forward, I realized he's not taking care of the clients. The company's not able to take care of the clients that I'm really working hard to bring in.
So they're not delivering.
They're not delivering. Your case with any social media company in Dubai is there is either a team outsourced from India, Pakistan, or a bunch of interns hired who have no idea on how to create content.
100%.
and charging 10,000, 20,000, 30,000.
100%. This is what I'm
Upwards.
facing these days.
Everyone knows this. And that was the case
These
with this.
marketing agencies, these the people who are responsible for PR and marketing.
They don't,
Oh my God.
they don't know content.
Nothing about the content. They do not understand the algorithm of the social media,
Yeah.
how that works, how the content is working, what to say, what to
And-
avoid, when, what time to
Yeah.
post, what to write. And they have a job.
Bro, what's worse is that these are the companies that are dealing with the entire market. And then the market thinks like that. The clients think like that. The clients think like the agencies think, right? who are you going to believe? You're going to go to a mechanic, and mechanic's going to tell you, yeah, you should put diesel instead of petrol. Then your car will work. So that's what people who are working with the mechanics are not knowing that it's screwing their engine up. Same thing with marketing agencies. So I had a very good client of mine working with me, who I will name, Casa Milano, son of Anis Sajan from the Danube Group.
Casa Milano Sweets?
No. Interior designing company, completely different.
I think they do all your sanitary fittings.
washroom
and-
tiles, Versace washroom
in
tiles,
interior. Okay.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I think I'm Sakim or Sheikh Zator. I saw this
Yes,
furniture shop.
yes. So he had told me that, listen, I'm going to stop the contract with the company. And it was great. You worked really hard. And in the process of working with him, I learned how to edit. I learned how to shoot. I learned how to deal with the influencer. I learned how to deal with the production team. I learned this so I could make sure the client is fine. And I was just getting my commission. I wasn't getting a salary to do all of that.
Correct.
The guy tells me, the guy's assistant or marketing manager at that time reaches out to me a few months later and goes like, listen, I see you make TikToks for yourself. Come make it for us. I was like, what? You want me to dance like the jinn that I'm making on my page in your showroom? What am I going to do?
Wait, were you still with that previous media company?
This is the 10th month over there where I was, and the company, this client had approached me in the 8th month.
Right,
So the talk was ongoing and I wasn't taking it seriously because now I don't know what to do with my life.
right.
You know, like I'm done.
I mean, you're dancing around like a jinn.
I was creating content with no purpose.
Right.
I was just creating content because I enjoyed creating content. My partner Majdi was in it with me. My friends were the people who had met. My whole work circle was in it with me, and we were just doing it for fun. I get approached like a couple of times from him. We negotiate. I call up Majdi. I'm like, bro, this is the offer. Do you think I should take it? He's like, bro, yeah, definitely. Let's do it. Let's do
Sorry,
it.
I'm curious. What was the offer?
2,500
God damn.
for 30 videos.
God damn.
And I was like, bro, I feel it's too much. Maybe we should do maybe we should do 1,000. 1,500 will be fine. Like, it's TikTok. What are we charging for?
Okay, go on.
Majdi made sure that I don't close below 3,000. He was like, bro, you need to say 3,000. It needs to be at least. I'm talking to him every single. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I feel bad because I'm not a good negotiator. If it was up to me, our entire business would be for free. You know, because I just enjoyed creating the content. We started working. Casa Milano got its first viral video at 7.7 million views.
I remember that video.
In 2020 October. It was just a bathtub.
I know,
that
the
went
jacuzzi
viral.
video or some shit, right?
The rest was history. Today we've done over 220 brands and individuals. We have done over maybe 20,000 videos. For the brands of the UAE and the people of the UAE, I am 100% sure we have crossed 1 billion views organically. What we realize is that you don't need to pay for ads or for a so-and-so influencer. When you can become the influencer.
True.
Because the algorithm allows you to go viral. And till date, there are people who try to copy the model that we are trying to run. And I see people trying to do what we're trying to do. And the only reason it doesn't work out for some of them is because they care about the money rather than the work.
Quality.
They don't care about
Quality
making
work,
it
yeah.
work for the client, the quality of the content. They just care we need to get our check at the end of the day. And I think that's very true for a lot of businesses in Dubai.
Yeah. It's also a big part of my industry.
So if you are not genuinely, I think, adding value in the market, you are only there till that market is there. And then you're going to be wiped out.
And it's very easy to say, don't chase the money.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, don't chase the money. But can you actually act on it?
I think
That's the problem with the entire
a
market.
lot of willpower is needed and
Correct.
a lot of like the struggle is insane.
Correct.
Yeah.
As long as you can really put that in your head, you know what, I don't want to chase the money. I'm going to do what is right or whatever is good or whatever makes sense for that person across the table. And eventually it'll come.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's karma or it's the vibes or it's the, I don't know, what do you call that?
Karma, like
Yeah, whatever it
the
is.
energy that you put
The
out.
energy and all that shit. I'm not going to say that because I don't believe in it myself. But I have seen it happen and it does work that way.
There are countless stories I've seen in different industries. People will be like, we thought that, you know, this was just a waste of time, but we gave it our best. And then somehow something comes out of that somewhere in the future. Some referral, someone recommends you, someone talks good about you.
For sure.
It's literally are you helping people?
For sure.
Ask yourself, are you helping people or not?
For sure. I have random people sending my content to people who want to buy product. I met a guy day before yesterday. Doesn't know me from Adam. He's not even on social media. Someone sent him a video when he came to Dubai. Okay, boy, when you buy something, just meet this guy prior. He had already met a broker one day before and bought something with him. I gave the lead to one of my agents. She went into the meeting. The second she heard that he had already bought something, she comes to me. I was in the sales center, but I was busy doing other things. She comes to me a little down. Z, he's already bought something. What are we going to do now? I said, nothing. He's called you. He still is a client. Whether he buys or not, secondary.
Serve your purpose.
Build that rapport.
Do the relation.
Do what you came here for. Are you going to join? I said, yes, I will eventually. Start the dialogue. You're the one speaking to him first. I cannot come and hold your hand in every appointment. Start the dialogue. 5 minutes in, I dived in. We had a smooth conversation. Same time, 1.5, 2 hours later, bought a property worth 6.5 million. On the table.
Wow.
He was there to buy, but he's doing his due diligence. He's never been on Instagram. He's like, after everything got done, bhai, we've been seeing your videos, fucking hilarious. Some of them was informative, and I liked it, but you connected me with someone else. It's okay. You showed up. I appreciate that. I like what you recommended. Even though I was willing to spend 8, you made me spend 6.5. I said, yeah, bro, I want you to buy the second one as well with me. And I'm not showing you this product because it's cheaper, so you buy the next one with me. This one makes sense.
As per your knowledge, as per your data, as per whatever you worked, why sell something different?
I cut my comms from 2 million plus, from that 6.5 to 8.5. But it doesn't matter. I've built that rapport with him today. He's like, bhai, don't put my number on the sale purchase agreement. I know how many brokers are going to call. Put Z's number. That was it.
It's a wrap.
Referrals and everything. Yeah, it works.
To your experience of meeting 10 minutes.
My only issue is, bro, I have to reach Motor City in
5
20
minutes.
minutes. Okay.
Your experience of meeting Gary Vee.
Oh,
I saw that. It was really nice.
for sure. Would love to share that one.
Go ask me a question. What was it like meeting Gary? What did you get out of it? And how do you think that helps you then forward that experience? You know, what will you tell other content creators, new creators?
Asad is a big fan of Gary Vee. So am I. I love his shit. And I think you got the chance to meet him. Could you tell us a little bit about your experience and what can you say about it and, you know, so on?
So I have a neutral and an unbiased opinion on the whole situation. First of all, what Gary Vee preaches is 100% what every content creator should be doing. And even when I met him, so he had his speech over there and I listened very carefully to what he was saying. And he was basically trying to help people get out of their shell of not being able to create content. That's the messaging, that's what he's trying to push. And I remember that when I was physically supposed to sit across the table with him or like just stand next to him and speak to him, I could feel that there's another character behind the camera.
Oh.
A little bit, you know.
Okay.
He doesn't show it to anyone. He's very careful on how he speaks to people. He's very observant. Like it's almost like looking at a human being but who's a RoboCop at the same time. Like he understands the energy of the room on another level. Like he knows how to read people, and like when he was talking to me, I felt like, I don't know, like there's no way on earth that I can speak to this guy without him not knowing what my intention is or him not able to predict what I'm going to say next. So
Why do you think that is?
I think the field that he is in, which is social media, content creation, and dealing with clients in general, it's sort of a need. And he's also into like the motivational speaking bit. You should know how to channel and create this energy around you and read people's energies. So that could be the reason why it was very hard for me to figure out how to even speak to him. So my conversation was very brief with him. I told him what we do, which I felt like was completely irrelevant. But when I showed him that I used to make fun of him on social media, that was a good laugh between us. Like, we barely spoke for like 3 minutes, I would say. We did ask him how we can scale our agency. And he said, you're just like me and his brother, I forgot his name, when we were trying to pitch our business. And he's like, you just have to keep doing it.
No, but he put your entire conversation on his blog.
Really?
That entire conversation.
Oh, did he?
I haven't seen that.
Wow.
I have to check that out.
That's interesting
Yeah.
to know.
That entire bit.
On YouTube?
5 minutes, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I
wow.
haven't seen that. Yeah.
Wow.
You need to pick
I
that
need
up.
to check that out. So yeah, I asked him purely like what are we doing wrong? How do we solve problems? And he was very logical about his explanation. He was like, listen, you'll be surprised that the problem that you're trying to solve in the UAE is not just limited to here, it's all across the globe. And the market is huge, and you just need to keep going in that exact same direction without trying to lose the quality bit. But what I was looking forward to, and I wish someday I would be able to do, is actually put that guy across the podcast table with me and do my weird nonsense videos.
You never know, man. You just
Yeah,
gotta keep
yeah.
persistent. You probably do it.
Because the only reason I would mimic him and make fun of him on my content was also because a lot of people were creating that type of content at that point. And Gary Vee was like, I guess, the leader of that type of content. I was like, how can I do flip? How can I flip the table and make it unique to me? So, yeah, it was one hell of an experience.
Nice. Thank you very much. This was super informative and amazing. Fahad, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bay, I appreciate you for making it,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
even though 30 minutes late.
Just 1 second.
Uh-huh.
This is what I have for you.
Thank you, man.
Always with me.
Really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
man. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Done.